Driver.
Entry.
Set. Fuel on. Get ready for boost and mayhem. Ready, fight.
Hello everyone, this is Kamen Rider Rage here, bringing you some Kamen Rider Geats Episode 3 review. And honestly, Episode 3 was kind of fascinating. It kind of explained a lot of things that's going on with the show. I think today was kind of focused on Nago and a little bit of Ace, but I think it was more towards Nago and Dapan at the moment. Dapan wishes everyone to die, and that's how he is. Because of the fact that he had an accident that pretty much sidelined him. He was a basketball player, and he got injured in a car accident that pretty much hit him. I guess his wish is that everyone dies. I'm gonna be honest about Dapan's character. He's more bitchy like Michi, in a way. If you know who Michi is from Kamen Rider Geats, kind of like that, but a younger version of him. That boy is bitchy like Michi. And I don't like the character already. I kind of want the character to die. I'm sorry if that's how I feel. That's a good character if you want him to die. I want him next to be killed on the show. I'm sorry. But we'll talk about later on how this happens. But yeah, obviously today's episode is more about the zombie survival mode. It's a two-parter. So now they're fighting zombies to pretty much get stuff, which is a key point that we figured out in today's episode. So these are the players that are left. Obviously 6 players, my bad. And out of the 6, we get to actually see their henshin pose. And there's their henshin pose. Obviously, I always get scared now that when I see arrow rise buckle or boost buckles, I get nervous with arrows because I think arrow people are going to die now. Since 2 have died already using arrows. But we finally get to see their henshin pose. Obviously, I do like Tycoons because it's kind of Kamen Rider O style. Obviously, Nago has her own, like her YouTube vibe where she is an idol. Dapan's, it gives me, I forgot who does the tie thing, but it gives me like that W kind of vibe in a way. Mary's a little different. I think Mary's very flamboyant, which is not bad. I mean, he's an older guy, so he feels flamboyant. And we know what Buffa is. But it's good to see their henshin pose. And there's more of a close-up of how their standing is, obviously. Okay, now that I see it, it's kind of like W, but not really. Looks like he's grabbing his chest in a way. But yeah, that's their poses. So apparently there are secret missions in each of these modes as well. And Tycoon kind of completed his secret mission, which was saving civilians. He wound up getting the Rise Buckle. Now, the Rise Buckle is obviously a very one kind of item that's so powerful it's going to be used once and it disappears. So I'm guessing every episode they find it. But I find it funny that Tycoon always finds a Rise Buckle. It's kind of already like 2 episodes in, he already has a Rise Buckle, which is interesting. But it's good to know that they get it in secret missions as well. Depends on the situation. We also did find out that when they're in the, I guess you could say the lobby, the comm lobby, social lobby, whatever you want to call it, the connoisseur lobby, that if they have certain points, they could switch the buckles with someone else, depending on the situation. This time, obviously, Geats took the zombie buckle, which is interesting, I gotta say. Unique. So if you have higher points, you could take someone else's belt. Now, I don't think they know that Tycoon has a rising belt. But we also did find out that Nago and them could change suits, depending on what they want to wear. Kind of like skins, in a way. Pretty much skins. A pay-to-win kind of skins. And I do like that she says, is there a way to pay for certain items? Because she got a skin. She did skin change, which is unique. But, yeah. It's interesting to know about that. But we also did find out that Panda got infected by the zombies. So if you get affected by zombies, you slowly become a zombie. And we find out that Dapan became a zombie. We don't know it yet until later on. But apparently he has a motive to get rid of Geats. Or pretty much get whatever it takes to get ahead of everyone. Since he winds up betraying Nago in one of the missions. Shoots her in the back when they find out that he's infected with zombies. Interesting. Which we get Geats zombie mode. Or zombie mode. Yeah, zombie mode. which looks pretty cool on him as well. But I think it looks way better more on Buffa than it does on Geats. I don't know. Correct me. I just feel like it looks better on him because he has a purple helmet as it is. But cool. I love it. But on the serious though, we know that it switches sides. This is where we find out that something's wrong with Dapan. And Geats beats him, which he switches the modes to the feet. I like the feet mode. It looks pretty badass. But yeah, he defeats him. We find out that he's affected by the zombie. So the zombie thing is a little bit different here in this game. If you get bitten by the zombie, it slowly makes you weaker. You can still be in the game mode. You're not dead completely. It just pretty much nerfs your damage. It's like wearing... How can I put it? Let me see. I forget which battle royale is it. In a way that... Okay, think of it as Warcraft, summoning sickness. Or when you die, you resurrect instead of waiting for the whole timer. You just survive where you have low damage and everything's weaker for like 30 minutes. But it's kind of like that. I forgot what's it called. But it's like kind of like that where you have summoning sickness in a way where you can't battle anyone. Your damage is very low par. If you want to just resurrect instead of looking for your body. Kind of like that. Also, this is the episode where we find out that Naigo is affected by the zombie as well. So she's also affected on her neck. Which is interesting. Kind of crazy how this thing is. I wonder if they're going to find a cure for her or they have to fight like that until eventually they die. We don't know yet. But I like the whole idea of it. And then here's a recap of today's episode. Pretty much, Geats use a shield, the water, and the zombie. Now, they don't show Tycoon has the rise buckle. I don't think they know he has the rise buckle, which is fascinating. And he obviously used the arrow, not going to use hammer. You know how it is. Dapan used Magnum. I just don't like Dapan. I don't know why. But it's interesting to find out how things work today's episode. I kind of liked it. Now, next episode's kind of interesting. It's a very focused Naigo episode. So here's a preview for next episode, which is episode 4. And we see, obviously, Geats has zombie mode. And now, Buffa has Magnum mode. So it makes me curious, obviously, what's going to happen with Dapan. How does he lose that buckle and stuff? So here's an interesting note. You notice that panda now has like squiggly lines on his eyes. That's the infection from the zombie. So when he got affected, he slowly becomes a zombie. Now, I don't know what happens to the player when they fully become zombie mode. We don't know yet. We don't know if he's going to die, but I hope he dies next episode. That's just me. I don't like the character. I just don't like him. But we'll see what happens to him. So this is very interesting. Obviously, we got Naigo with the boost mode as well, with hammer on the bottom. And her eyes are slowly becoming a zombie. Now, I don't know how she got the boost mode, boost rise buckle, or the boost mode from Tycoon. But probably it's possible that Tycoon gave it to her because he talked to her, like a backstory with her. Which I want to see, because it actually looks pretty cool on Naigo for some reason. I don't know why. But I like the color schemes with this. But I'm kind of curious about it. What do you guys think about episode 3 so far? Do you guys also hate Dapan like I do, or you guys like the character, or what do you guys think of it? Comment down below. I'd like to discuss this because I really think Geats is starting to be very good show so far. It's starting strong, so I kind of want to see how this goes. But yeah, that's today's recap for episode 3 and talk about episode 4. This is Kamen Rider Geats saying peace.